Before trying C-turns, you should have mastered skating, stepping, straight glides, J-turns, riding the chairlift, and garlands. If you're one of those impatient people who just skipped ahead, go back and learn the previous steps.
Straight glides, J-turns, and garlands were merely the opening act for this, the main attraction, where all your efforts will culminate in one awesome turn. Your first turns are going to be a lot like this SUV. Big, wide, slow, and utilitarian. But with the right practice, pressure, posture, and timing, you'll soon move with the versatility, dynamism, and aggression of a sports car, or at least a sporty sedan.
Like the steps before, turning begins with your feet, specifically your front foot. If I want to move this car forward, it's not going to do anything to move my arms and shoulders and head. It all starts with your feet.
All along we've been stressing proper alignment, and this is where it becomes really important. Proper alignment is head looking downhill, shoulders parallel with the board and parallel with the snow this way. Hands relaxed and at your sides. Head downhill. Weight centered on your board. Knees and ankles bent. Yes, a lot of bend. And then our feet, our precious feet. Ready for business? Hey, this is important. What, you don't think you need to learn proper alignment? You'll just go out there and turn by twisting your arms? Sure, you might get one or two turns in, but it isn't right. And you'll be off balance for the rest of your life. I was hoping that it wouldn't come to this, but sometimes tough love is the only way to get things done. Roll the clip.
This perfect alignment I speak of is in everything we do. Your upper and lower halves should always be working together in balance. Whether you're running, playing soccer, or anything else. If you're off balance, you're wasting a massive amount of energy fighting with yourself. If you want to have sore muscles and look like a moron, then go ahead. Use your arms to turn.
Get a friend or a coach to hold hands and practice the movements. Or if you have no friends or coaches, grab onto something stable like a fence. You could even do this in your living room. For a toe turn, press down on your front foot toes, then press down on your back foot toes, then gently move your front knee in. Your feet will tip the board up on edge and your front knee helps to finish the turn. Now for a heel turn, press down on your front heel or pull up on your toes. Good. Then press down on your back heels or gently push your front knee out.
Like the J-turns and garlands you've already mastered, the amount you press on your feet is subtle and slow. Gradually and evenly put pressure on your front toes, then your back toes, just until the skin around the nails turns white. That's the right amount of pressure. Imagine the pressure you use to step on the gas when driving. If you don't want to jerk forward, you apply gentle, gradual pressure to the pedal.
Head to your local bunny hill or green run and practice a few garlands to warm up.
Start from a heel side traverse and press down on your front toes. When you feel the board start to turn and point straight downhill, press down on the toes of your back foot. With both feet engaged, rotate your front knee in slightly to make a complete C-shaped turn and come to a stop.
Same thing for a heel turn. Do a few toe side garlands to get warmed up. From a toe side traverse, press on the heel of your front foot. When the board points downhill and begins to turn, then press down on your back heel and push your front knee outward.
Well, I hope we've shown you that turning is really easy. It's just front toe, back toe, front knee. On the toe side and on the heel side, front heel, back heel, and again with the front knee. Yep, totally simple. Why are you still watching? We're done. What, you didn't get it all in one try? You want some more help? Well, okay, here are some common problems and some easy fixes for those problems.
Problem: lack of commitment. There's a lot of new things to conquer for your first turns. Speed, catching edges, people in the way. Make it easier by focusing on just one thing. Get a friend or instructor to start you out pointing downhill. This makes it easier to focus just on turning, not standing up, pointing downhill, and whatnot. Let her rip and focus on pressing on your front heel, then your back heel, then try it toe side.
Problem: sitting in the back seat. When your board points downhill, the quick increase of speed can be startling. Often beginners instinctively shift their weight over their back leg. While this may make you feel slower and more in control, it's almost impossible to use your feet efficiently when your weight is in the back seat. It's like trying to drive a car with the e-brake on. Exaggerate leaning over your front leg to maintain the nice isosceles triangle between your legs. While you may feel overly forward, chances are you're perfectly centered.
If you keep catching your edge when you try turning, you're probably rushing. You've carefully paid attention to the lesson and you're doing the whole front foot, back foot, knee thing, but you just got to slow it down a little bit. Be patient and wait for the board to point straight downhill before engaging your back foot.
Problem: ape arms. Let me guess, you're one of those people that thinks it's easier to turn by rotating your shoulders. Like we said earlier, upper body movement causes you to work twice as hard, be off balance, and look like a weirdo. To stop arm movement, grab onto your pants while riding. This will help remind you to keep your arms down. If that doesn't work, well, you need more intervention. You need the snowball drill. Take 2 snowballs, preferably firm icy ones, and place them between your hip and your wrist. It's got to be your wrist, not your hands. Now make turns, holding the snowballs between your wrist and hip. This will keep your arms down, or you're dropping the snowballs.
Okay, now we're done? Great, okay. I hope we've shown you that turning is really easy. Just your front foot, your back foot, and then your front knee. And that with a few small corrections, you could fix any problems and be turning in no time. Now, if you're one of those impatient people who just skip to this section, go back to the beginning and watch the whole series. We don't want to be responsible for you riding like this.
When you've mastered single toe and heel C-turns, watch our next episode on linking them together.